I'd like to share with you a short idea about Tubeav, which happens in the middle of the summer, in the middle of summer vacation. Tubeav is a time that the Mishnah at the end of Parshas Tanis, Maseches Tanis, tells us that a lot of things interesting happened. The most strangest of all is that the young ladies, I'm assuming after Shana Bet, would go out into the orchards and they would wear their white clothing and they would dance. And they would dance in front of young men who would be looking out and checking everyone out and seeing, maybe that girl is for me, maybe the other girl is for me. And by the time the dancing was over, they would have a whole bunch of shidduchim that were made on Tubeav. Now, this is not exactly milchala policy, to put it mildly. As a matter of fact, I don't really recommend that you should be doing this, especially if you're trying to get into milchala. But I do want to ask the question, which everyone wants to know, what on earth is going on over here? These are girls dancing in front of men for the purpose of shidduchim. What's going on behind the scenes? To begin to understand, let's go to Tu B'Shvat. The Tu B'Shvat is the middle of the winter. It's cold outside, it's miserable. What do people do on Tu B'Shvat? They're planting seeds. On Tu B'Shvat, you plant seeds, you go out, everything is cold and miserable, there's no color in the world. Everything has to be done under the ground. You're planting seeds, the seeds are rotting, and Tu B'Shvat symbolizes the middle of the winter. A person plants seeds for their future because they believe that Hazayrim B'Dima, if you work hard when everything is dark, when the days are short, the nights are long, you put in the effort, you plant seeds. And exactly 6 months later, this is half a year from Tu B'Shvat, at the Antipodes, the extreme end of the year, Berina Yaktsairu, then you're ready to reach incredibly high madrigas. The Kabbalistic Sfarim bring down that the only people that were allowed to do this ritual, this dance, were men who had reached the madriga of what's called Kutcha Barichu. They could think about godly things, and women that reached the level of what's called Knesset Yisrael. And these people were incredibly holy, and they had worked so hard they could earn to make shidduchim on an incredibly elevated level. For example, Shaul HaMelech from the tribe of Binyamin, he reconnected to the other tribes by finding his kala this way. We would like to suggest that even though we don't suggest the actual dancing part, but the planting seeds, and God willing, seeing incredible fruits coming out at the end, that should be what you should be all about next year. And I wish you tons and tons of hatzlacha. You should be zeicha to have an incredible year, and God willing, when your time comes, to find the highest shidduch that is possible. Thank you.